A few weeks ago that the three hardest days for me up here are Mother's Day, Father's Day, and Memorial Day, all three for very different reasons. Mother's Day and Father's Day because everybody's experience is so different and everybody going through different things on that day. It's kind of hard to be meaningful and nurturing to everybody all at once. Memorial Day because I feel a real kinship with the Old Testament prophets on Memorial Day. I have no interest in being politically correct. So if you leave today a little perturbed with me, then I've done my job exceedingly well. Memorial Day started as another celebration like Mother's Day after the Civil War. It was called Decoration Day, and it's when people just kind of spontaneously chose to go out and decorate the graves of the fallen soldiers. The Civil War, the most horrendous war we had known to that time, spoken of in its day as the war to end all wars. Well before the First World War at that time. And it seems to have started in Buffalo, and Buffalo kept it going year after year after year, and it wasn't made into a national holiday until the 1970s, I think 1971, if I'm remembering correctly. Somebody can check that. Google is your friend. And on this day, typically across the country, in pulpit after pulpit, in all faiths and denominations, and unity is no exception. There's patriotic songs and flag waving and veterans stand, and we thank them for their service. We thank them for their service. We never ask them to forgive us for their service. We celebrate the day with parades and beach parties and barbecues, and we laugh and play and enjoy the first holiday in summer, and we do great disservice to what should be a public day of mourning. How many lives have we brought to an end? How many songs unsung, books unwritten? How many medical breakthroughs delayed? Technological innovations postponed? How many unborn children? How long will we as a people continue to glorify war? How long will we as a people continue to deny its brutality and its terror? How long will we as a people stigmatize those who come back from war, not just with physical wounds, but wounds of the soul and the psyche, from the horrors we ask them to go through on our behalf? How long do we bring back broken bodies and broken spirits and dump them back on the street to fend for themselves, pick up in society and go their own way and make their life and walk past them without even noticing? How long will we continue to bury the innocents caught in war? Without a marker or an epitaph, without a tear. War is first and foremost a failure of the imagination. War is first and foremost, from first to last, always an arrogant expression of force instead of compassion, a desire to compel and dominate rather than to understand, necessary? I really don't know. I'm not saying that war isn't sometimes forced on us, whether we want it or not. I'm saying that in all cases it's a failure of imagination. We just can't find another way. Here's where it really comes home to roost. We live in a holographic universe. The whole is present in each of its parts. War exists in our consciousness, on our planet, in our experience, because war exists within us. Because we're at war with ourselves, because we're at war with our neighbor, because we're addicted to difference, because we like to be right, and that right leads to self-righteousness. For our own arrogance and our own pride, from our own fear, we judge, demean, stigmatize. We look at someone and say, thank God I'm not like them. Thank God that's not me. We get up every morning and we get out of bed and we participate in a system that perpetuates war. Totally oblivious to the fact that we make it possible. That we, in our silence and acquiescence, allow it, sustain it, empower it, and perpetuate it. We live in constant denial of our choice. And too often, in our heart of hearts, we perpetuate war of our own, the battlefields of the mind, the heart, the psyche within us. And those people that we just will not forgive. Those people that we must condemn. War exists in the collective consciousness because it exists in our individual consciousness. There's no way to separate the two. There's no separation. On Memorial Day from the Unity pulpit is a difficult day. It demands that we speak the truth. That we are called here. We are breathed into existence to be the light that shines in the darkness. We are called to do the work. If the kingdom of God is real, we have to manifest it. If it's going to be in our experience, we have to give birth to it. If there's going to be peace on the planet, if wars will ever cease, they have to cease within me. And I have to own that. And when I own that, I will behave differently. And no longer will I wave flags and sing joyous songs and shouting good cheer as soldiers march by, head off to war. But I'll respond the way God responds, with a tear.